What up, y'all? Conscious One coming at you. Hope everybody's having a good day. Okay, guys, so I want to go over this part of the interview what Elijah Muhammad did because I want to make a point about him making a point. So we're just going to go ahead and push play. This is probably only going to be about 5, 6, 7 minute video, but let's go ahead and push play so I can get to the point. All right.
It is very easy for us to recognize the visit of this mighty one according to the time. If we have the knowledge of the time that we are living in, we can accept and respect this mighty visitor in this part of the world to fulfill that which was written of him, that he will come. And now he has come, and he has given out his purpose and his aims, as it also is written in the Bible in Quran. And therefore, I have nothing of myself in this answer. It is all from him.
From him, you mean the messenger of Allah?
No, not the messenger of Allah. I am the messenger of Allah. I mean from Allah himself, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad,
who preceded you as the head of the Muslims.
Well, he was actually the beginner. Yes, sir. And I'm taught by him. This separation we begin with, it is absolutely necessary. We have lived here in America for the last 400 years and have served our slave masters well before these past 100 years. And now the time has arrived that we want something for ourselves. The natural spirit of God is moving in us and making us to think in such terms towards self. And the doing for self is now getting into the very life of the black man in America. We want to go for self. We want to be ourselves. This is aroused in us by God himself. And to oppose it means nothing but death to either side. If we oppose it, it's death for us. If others oppose it, it's death for them.
But even your own people oppose it, Mr. Muhammad, if I may interject a thought here. Most of the civil rights leaders with whom I know you disagree, Dr. Martin Luther King, Whitney Young, and Roy Wilson.
We're just going to go ahead and stop it right there, guys, because that's the point that I want to come across. Yeah, he looked pretty serious when he said that. Well, you guys, I've already told y'all that this is Master Farad Muhammad you're looking at, okay? Nobody, he could not have said, "Hi, I'm Master Farad Muhammad. I'm God." Nobody can just come along on the scene and say, "Hi, I'm God." So once again, I already told y'all we're not gonna get into this again because people are allowed to believe whatever the hell they want to believe. But anyway, you see the authority that he has to even say something like that with much authority and power. Now, going back to the part where he says, we want to be ourselves, we want to be let go, or we want to be free, or we don't want to be bound up. Now, here's a situation, guys, where I'm studying this, and this is why I told y'all a week ago about how you can't get caught up in the white and black thing, because in my situation, my own kind trying to have me bound, or tried to have me bound. And it doesn't make sense because there was plenty of money to go around for everybody. So how is it that my own people the same skin color as me have took the place of the former slave owner, and now they're the slave owners, my own kind, who tried to have me bound and who are still trying to have me bound by going to the justice system and telling all kind of crazy lies that exposes their mental illness 1,000%. But you hear what he's saying. If anybody tries to stop, especially if you call yourself a servant of God and you're trying to stop somebody from being free, being, tied up and bound, and you trying to stop it, it's nothing but death headed to anybody's way who's doing any such thing like this. having somebody bound and tied up and their hands tied so they can't do nothing, making them lose their jobs. And I mean, that's nothing but death. That's the punishment for that. And there's no coming back from it. You heard it from God himself. It's nothing but death. If white people causing it, then it'll be death for them. If black people are causing it, it'll be death to them. Now, it's one thing I want to mention is that the punishment on so-called black people is much more severe than any other race, because the Negroes are supposed to be the ones that stay humble and supposed to be the ones to serve God the most and not be hypocrites, but instead they do the total opposite. And the punishment for black people who's supposed to be by nature indigenous and connected to God, being born, simply just being born, the punishment is much more severe when you go against self, when you go against your own very nature. The punishment is much more severe, guys. Some of y'all know about the history of Nation of Islam. When a black brother did something that was wrong, he got it good. Because the Negro is not expected to act like a heathen at all. And Tariq Hamza said that when when he was calling white people the devil, he said, he used to tell a white man he worked with. He said, what's worse than a white man who we call the devil? A black person that's the devil. He said that the black devil is 7 times worse than the white devil. Think about it, 7 times worse than the white devil. So just think about that. If anybody out there want to think about this race thing, a black devil is 7 times worse than a white devil. See, people ain't heard that before. That's what Tariq Hamza said. Look at what's happening to me, guys. I have a group of people, mostly my skin color, that I grew up around, who are going to the justice system, who are doing dark satanic rituals on my life, who pretended to be spiritual religious my whole life, and then come to find out they're trying to have me bound and tied up, even to go so far as to continuously harass the justice system. And then the person who they talk to in the justice system, then they turn around and go do spells on the same detective or police people. Now they're doing spells on the justice system. Now they're trying to do spells on a judge. They're trying to do spells. I mean, if that's not worthy of death, I don't know what is. I don't even recognize this kind of behavior, guys. I really don't. Gotta be demonically possessed. And as y'all see, when I came up on that license plate the other day that said Pazuzu, I got both light and dark working for me. So these people want to know where my protection is. It's not only coming from like holy angels and white gang. No, it's coming from the dark side too. Even the dark side has turned against these motherfuckers and working for me. That's what I don't think they understand. It's going to be a sad ending for anybody that's trying to have a righteous person bound and not set free like they're supposed to be. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.